So if anybody is going to talk about Team Rocket Joey just straight up, it's going to be me because honestly, I don't really have much to lose like maybe some other channels do because a lot of channels seem to be scared to talk about Team Rocket Joey and even mention his name. Maybe for good reasoning, maybe for their branding, whatever it may be. But for me, obviously, like I said, I don't really have much to lose. So I'm just going to straight out just talk about this YouTuber, give my opinion about him. And there's really no hate towards him. That's the first thing I'm going to say because I know not everybody's going to watch this whole video. You're going to just immediately comment, I don't hate this guy, right? I don't hate him at all, actually. And I'm going to explain why. So Team Rocket Joey, I know you're probably watching this video because your name's in the title and you frequently watch my videos. Just watch this whole thing. I'm going to just speak my honest truth and opinion about Team Rocket Joey. So you guys are familiar with this name, Team Rocket Joey. He watches my videos. He makes videos about me. I think he might be obsessed with me. But I'm going to talk about this YouTuber in this video and just show you guys what his whole YouTube, I guess, strategy is. It's pretty simple, and he kind of says it himself. And I'm going to show you guys that. So he's made now a couple of videos about me. As you can see, this one, obviously, I made a response video to. As you can see here, my channel's in the thumbnail. And here, he literally makes a video with just my name in the title. And obviously, he's mimicking because you guys know I have those, videos where I just point my camera to a pile of sealed product and that's it. Obviously, he's sort of mimicking that. You can see here in just the preview. So yes, he's sort of a troll, which I'm going to get to here. And then you can see here, he also straight up, just calls out another YouTuber, Propagating, another Pokemon investing channel in this whole space. It just seems like he's on a roll with calling people out. And obviously, he's also called out other YouTubers like Nostalgianomics. He just has a thing for calling people out now. It's sort of his thing. And I'm going to show you guys even just some evidence of him sort of just speaking what this whole space is about. And I'll show you guys this video. So I found an older video of his, as you can see here. Searching Sparks is going to crash hard, sell now. And here's the video. In this video, he's actually not wearing any glasses. I guess this is a new thing. Not really sure. But just hear the short bit of how he talks about this investing space. Now, I'm not really taking this out of context. You can watch this part of the video if you want. Basically, I think they're talking about something with pull rates for prismatic evolutions and how people were saying it was hard or something. You can watch the video. But here's what he says basically about people, I guess making content in the space and what it means.
Not hitting it. It's a layup for content, bro. Like, content is a game, and whoever can stir the pot the most, that's where the attention goes.
So you can watch this whole video if you want, but I mean, that pretty much says it itself. He literally says, I'll repeat it again.
We're making videos about not hitting it. It's a layup for content, bro. Like, content is a game, and whoever can stir the pot the most, that's where the attention goes.
So you heard it right there. He says whoever can stir the pot the most gets the attention, and he is not wrong at all. As you can see here, he literally just recently has been just calling out a bunch of people. These YouTubers right here, me making a specific video for me, making a specific video for Propagating, and probably soon he'll probably talk about Nostalgianomics. So he said himself, whoever can stir the pot the most, the attention will go to them. And look at how his channel has been going since he started doing this whole thing with calling out YouTubers, talking about crashes, and talking about MSRP. It's pretty obvious that this is all for content. He's obviously a troll in the space. And like I said, I don't hate the guy because he's smart. He knows what to do in this space right now to get views. And I can't blame him for it, right? If you look at his older videos, you can see they're very different. And in these videos, for some reason, he's actually not wearing any glasses. Not really sure why. I guess that's his new thing, but in the thumbnails he does. Even his first video was just a sealed collection type of video. One thing I have noticed is that he does like tins and collection boxes. Maybe that's why he talks about MSRP a lot. Maybe he buys those at stores. Not really sure. But you can see his content in the thumbnails and everything. Sort of different, right? All these videos are usually just the normal investing type of videos, right? Talking about don't buy this, don't buy that. This will go down in value, go up in value. it's the normal investing content, right? And you can see it was like that for a few months, but then things started to change, right? He started to change his content, probably because, I don't know, maybe he thought about, a different way to go about this whole space. And you can see this is where it started. You can start to see here just about a month ago, things start to really change where he just talks about crashes and, calling out YouTubers. It seems like it was about a month ago where this all started. And you can just see just talking about scalpers, Pokemon investing YouTube channels that, I guess he calls out for whatever reasoning he doesn't believe that they're right. And just all of these videos just recently have been just talking about scalping, MSRP, different channels giving, bad information or whatever. It's all just a game of content. Literally like what he says, right? Like I said, I don't blame him for doing this at all because it's smart. But you got to understand, when he says some things about MSRP and these titles like, another year of reprints, they're going to tank, all these things, it's for views. This whole space, obviously, is to collect views. Pokemon investing channels, his, mine, other channels, it's all about views, right? And he has picked a niche in this whole Pokemon space that gets views. Talking about crashing, MSRP, calling out channels, drama. That's literally what his shtick is. And he's doing pretty well. As you can see here, his views, 6,000 views, 6,000 views, 15,000 views, 4,000 views, all these, titles you can see here. It's all about crashing. It's all about scalpers, all about just calling out people. That's what it is. And, I'm just going to be the person to just call it out. He's a troll, right? He says, I'm a troll. He says, everyone else is a troll. Guys, I do troll sometimes. Some, advice I give, I really do mean it. But you got to understand this whole space right now. Just a ton of people are trolling, right? You may have seen a lot of other channels literally saying, the market's crashing, everything's going to MSRP, because everybody's trolling right now. This whole space is trolling, and he's doing the same thing. And like I said, I can't blame him. I've made some troll videos too. My whole channel is not about trolling, but it is a thing in this space. Even the top investing channels make troll videos. And that's why I'm saying it right here. I don't hate the guy because he's just trolling. He's making videos. People like watching them. People like the drama. People like to hate people. You may have noticed in the comments of some of my videos, some other people's channels, there's a lot of negativity in the space, right? There's a lot of people saying, this person's stupid. This person says the worst things ever. He never makes any money. He lost all his money. It's like everybody just in this space just rage baits, trolls. Honestly, a lot of people misquote, a lot of channels like mine, other channels. For example, you can see here in this title, he says that I lost everything investing in Prismatic. Guys, there's so many people that don't actually know how much I paid for my product. And when I see people saying, VaporSelf lost all his money, guys, it's like so many people say that I bought ETBs at 140, 150. It's like I've never bought a single ETB at that much. This whole space is literally just trolling. It's really hard to say right now that this space is like better than it used to be. Like, I really wish I could say right now, investing, all these channels, they're all positive and stuff. There's a couple channels out there that have stayed out of the drama, but a lot of channels like mine are getting caught up in all this drama because there's a lot of new YouTubers. You can see he literally started his channel 5 months ago. Guys, look at when I started my channel. It was a bit ago. It was almost 2 years ago at this point. So there's just a lot of new channels coming up, and he's done a pretty good job. I have to give it to you, Joey. You've done a good job getting your name out there. Obviously, you have a lot more subscribers than me. You know what you're doing, and I just got to give props to you. You're making content, and literally, like what you said here, I'll repeat
It's
again.
a layup for content, bro. Like, content is a game, and whoever can stir the pot the most, that's where the attention goes.
And you've done it perfectly, calling out people, making all these videos talking about MSRP. You're doing good. So many people in this space. I'm telling you, if I started my channel fresh, like you only started your channel 5 months ago, and I made my channel only talking about MSRP and crashes like you've set up your channel to do, I'd probably be doing very well right now. Why? Because everybody now, is upset about these prices. Everybody now cares about MSRP. And that's what you've made your whole channel around and why it's been successful. So all these other channels, Nostalgianomics, PokeProfit, Anon TCG, all these people are too scared to even mention his name. I don't know why. It's maybe their branding. I'm not sure. But for me, like I said, I have nothing to lose. Don't really care. So I'm just gonna talk about Team Rocket Joey, how I believe his channel to be. He is just a troll, right? He may say some stuff that has value. I'm not denying that. But definitely a big part of his channel is trolling, reading comments, getting people I don't know, just hyped up, and that's just all it is. So if you're a fan of his, I don't blame you. Some of his stuff is kind of funny. I don't really watch some of his stuff, but the few things I have seen clips of, I'll just scrolling through some of these videos. You know, I can see why they get views. People like talking about crashes and stuff. And yes, and he also plays this character, obviously dressed up as Team Rocket Joey, and for some reason he mentions Bitcoin in his video. I don't get the whole thing, but it must be some sort of lore I'm not, I guess educated on. But just understand, right? When you see some channels like his, don't take his word for like it's 100% true. Like, oh, MSRP is happening. It's all going to crash. Guys, it's all content, literally like what he says. So don't blame the guy. Like I said, he's doing what he's doing. He's getting views, and his channel is doing extremely well. He can call out me again. It's not going to really affect me. He's already called out me twice. You can make another video about me. Like I said, at this point, he's obsessed with me. But he is one of the channels out there that just calls out people. Because honestly, there's not many channels out there that will just straight up call out YouTubers, especially in this Pokemon investing space. Like, there are some people that, will mention like some people kind of just vaguely, but they'll never explicitly say people's names. And that's sort of like my channel. Like, if I'll, talk about something going on, like I'll never call somebody out, because for me, there's no reason to. I'm not in this space to cause drama or, be negative and stuff. I just give my honest opinions about some stuff. Sometimes I troll, try to have a good time. But in this video, I had to call him out because if you guys really think everything he's saying is true, which I see some of the comments, some people really think some of the stuff he says is very true. And you guys, honestly, if you're trying to invest in the space, I feel bad for some of the stuff you're listening to. But it is all content, like he says. Whoever can stir up the pot the most gets all the attention. And that's what he's doing. So take everybody's word on the internet with a grain of salt. I always say, even with me, I cannot predict the future, right? I literally say that all the time. Investing, this whole space, is about guessing, because nobody has a time machine. I can't go into the future and tell you every single thing that's going to happen. I can't. So some stuff, I've admitted to it. I've gotten stuff wrong in the past. I'm not perfect, but just so many people out there will just, I don't know, just call you out on like specific stuff that you may have said that maybe you're a little bit wrong about. But guess what? You can do that with every single YouTuber out there. And I've talked about it before. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. Team Rocket Joey, he's not perfect. You know how many times he said Prismatic, Destin, all these sets, they're all going to MSRP. Pokemon's going to print all this stuff in the ground. Guys, does he really know that? Does he really know that's going to happen? I don't think so, right? I mean, you can go in the future. I mean, nobody knows what's going to happen. But he's just as right or wrong as anybody else out there. We're all just guessing. So you can go back in time after all these sets got a print. Go back to his videos. Go back to my videos. Some of the stuff he says will maybe be right. Some of the stuff he says maybe will be wrong. Same thing with me, right? So this whole space, and including some YouTubers out there, it's just content. People just stirring up, stuff to make drama, make videos, and he's doing an extremely good job of it. So Team Rocket Joey, if you've watched all the way to the end of this video, I have to congratulate you. Good job on, getting views, having a pretty successful channel for only being like 5-6 months old. But yeah, I mean, I understand calling out people, talking trash about them, criticizing them, it gets views. People like drama in this space. There's a lot of negativity, and you found out what to do. And it sort of fits your whole Team Rocket thing. So that's all I have to say here. Like I said, zero hate towards this guy. It's all for content, like he says. I get it. And that's what it is. So Team Rocket Joey, I don't know how much of the stuff you say you really mean, but good job. Whatever you're doing, if you really believe half the stuff you're saying or not, you're doing a good job on the content. So there you go. But that's all I want to say. Just had to call him out and talk about him, because literally everybody in this whole investing space is scared. They won't even mention his name. I don't know why, but I don't really care. I'll mention your name and I'll call you out, saying that you're honestly just trolling in this space and you're doing a good job. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. And you guys can let me know down in the comments what you think about Team Rocket Joey. Do you really think he's talking the truth and actually speaking his real opinions about literally Prismatic is going to MSRP, Destin's going to MSRP. Do you really believe all his words? Or do you know he's a troll? Because I think you can just even tell from his thumbnails and his, titles, he's a troll. Scalping, MSRP and stuff. It's all for views, but that's how it is. So that's all I have for you guys here. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.